Hello and welcome to our latest Bet Chat Academy video. Today, we're going to be talking about staking plans. By far, the three most common staking plans are level stakes, compound staking, and loss retrieval staking, which is also known as the martingale system. First, we'll start with level stakes, which is probably the most used system by casual sports bettors. This is the safe hands of staking plans and does pretty much exactly what it says on the tin. You set your starting bank, then you set your stake size, and that stake size remains the same, whatever happens. This is obviously the easiest way of staking, as everything stays the same, and so it's good if you don't want to faff about too much, and if you have a set amount, say £10, that you're comfortable putting on a bet. It's also good for long shot strategies with lower strike rates, as you won't end up putting higher amounts on lots of losers before finally hitting a big winner, but only having a few pennies on it. When testing new strategies, this plan also comes into its own, as there's no mathematical wizardry at play that can make a strategy look better or worse than it is. If a strategy is profitable at level stakes over a significant period of time, then it's worth following. If it isn't, then it isn't. Simple as that. The only area in which this plan falls down is that you're not really making any of your money work for you, and so you aren't maximizing profits. I'll talk more about what that means in the next section. Next up is the most potentially profitable method, compound staking. With this method, rather than selecting a financial amount for a stake, such as £10, you select a percentage of your total bank and adjust this after each settled bet. So, if your stake size was 10% of a £1,000 bank, your first bet would be £100. If that bet wins and your bank size is now £1,100, your next bet will be with a stake of £110. This plan is really good for strategies with high strike rates, as it enables you to take full advantage of long winning runs. It's a bit like how accumulators turn a sequence of sure odds winners into one big payout, only in this case, when you do not have a loser, it doesn't wipe out all of your previous profits. Conversely, it also helps protect the bank when you have a couple of consecutive losers, as your stake size will decrease as your bank size decreases. All of this means that your money is being used as effectively as possible. Think of it like a savings account. If you take out the interest every year, then every year you'll make the same amount of money, assuming interest rates stay the same. However, if you leave the interest in, then over the next year, that interest also generates interest, and so your money will start to grow exponentially. Generally speaking, if a strategy is profitable to level stakes, then it will make more money if you use compound staking. However, the one occasion where this is not likely to be the case is when a strategy has a low strike rate. This is because by the time you hit the winners, they're likely to be using quite small stakes, unless you get lucky and hit a couple of big winners right at the start. It's also important to note that if you're using compound staking, you need to stick with it. If you end up staking more or less than you're supposed to on random occasions, you're defeating the purpose and bringing luck into the equation. Last up today is retrieval staking. The classic example of this is in roulette. Say you want to win £10. Your first bet is £10 on red. It loses, so your next bet is £20 on red, in order to recover your £10 loss and make the initial £10 profit on top. This sounds good in theory. After all, you're bound to hit a red sooner or later, but it's amazing how quickly it can spiral out of control. With the £10 example, all it takes is 7 consecutive losers, and your next stake is 1,280. Do you really want to be betting that on a 50-50 shot to win a tenner? My advice for this one is simple. Just don't do it. You may think that you'll avoid the crushing losing run, and you may do well for a while, but sooner or later it will wipe you out. That's all for this Academy video. To sign up to our free e-letter and view our other Academy tutorials, head over to thebetchat.com. Thanks for watching.